why cannot everybody do like I'm doing, and why duplication is not kicking in? And I started to ask myself all the kind of questions. Can you relate? Let me know in the chat if you had, or if you have the same questions in your mind sometimes. And then I started to do some researches, and I talked with some successful guys, and I found out that there are 4 reasons why your partner, or maybe you, are not working like it should be, or how it could be, or maybe why your breakthrough has not happened yet. And I always thought the biggest problem is that my partners are not, without the motivated. I always thought motivation, put it like that, is the problem. And yes, I was a teacher and I write like this. But motivation is not the problem. And I tell you why. The first reason why you, or maybe your partner, is not working, but first I have to change that. That looks like horrible because it's reported. Now, motivation. The first reason is your partner, maybe you or your new partner, does not know how. They don't know because they are new. And if you try to motivate them, but they don't know, motivation will not work. And motivation will help maybe for a few days, and then they're going to lose it again. If they don't know how, not motivation is the thing you should do as an upline, as an executive. Or if you at silver or gold, you have some partners and they don't know how, don't motivate them. They don't need motivation. They need something else. If they don't know how, we need to inform them, not motivate them. We need to inform them. So we can tell them, hey, look at this. There's a team call. There we're going to teach that. Maybe that's on the education platform. Now we hit the 100 super nice guys. So welcome to 100 guys on the executive school. We need, if they don't know how, we need to inform them. We need to teach them. So, all right, where's the problem? We need to have that knowledge, or we need to know how to invite, or we need to know how to make a list, or whatever. They need to know how. Then we need to inform them. We need to show them. First reason why it doesn't work. The second one is they know how it works. They know how to invite because it's not that difficult, but they can't. They are not able to do it. And if they are not able to do it, motivation is not the right trigger. If I'm not able to juggle, you can motivate me as long as you want. If I'm not able to do it, motivation will not help me. I can be the most motivated guy. If I can't do it, doesn't work. Makes sense, right? So if they can't do it, if they have real struggles to make the invitations, to make a list, to do the presentations, if they know how to, because the how-to is quite easy, and there are thousands of videos, we have the education platform, we can ask our upline, the information, the how-to, we get quite easy. But then to use that know-how, to be able to do it, what we have to do then? Exactly, guys. We need to train them. Motivation will not help you. We need to train them. How can you train it? What we love to do in our team is we do like role plays or role games. I don't know how you say in English, but we sit together. All right. If they have some struggles in invitations, for example, all right, they invite me. Then they invite a fiction person like the neighbor. Then they invite those kind of AirPods. Then they invite a glass of water. We invite everything and everyone. We just train it in role games, in role plays. And we do that like for 30 minutes straight. After the 30 minutes, they can do it because it's the same thing. It's not that difficult. Now they know how to, and now we trained them and they can do it. They're able to do it. So then the next thing is, all right, then we need to do it. If they are trained, we need to do it. And the best thing, people ask me, what's the secret? There is no secret, but if there is one, it's to do those kind of things together. If you do if you work over Zoom, we had to do a lot of Zoom because when I started, it was like COVID, and I built all my business online with Instagram and Zoom. And what we did is, all right, we opened a Zoom. I said, all right, your top 100 list, your top 10 list, who are your 5 best people? And we invite them now. We trained it before, and then we do a Zoom. They take their phone and do it, and I watch them on Zoom and give them feedback afterwards. So the first call is maybe 20 minutes, and they realize, all right, that was quite long, but they get better and better and better. And you invest maybe half an hour or an hour, but you can give them feedback. And if you watch them, then they do it, and then they see, oh, wow, hey, I'm still alive. Nothing happened. It's not that horrible than I thought. It's just breaking the zero, just doing the first call, just doing it. And then you reward them, give them a fist bump over Zoom and motivate them. And then you can do it because then they did it. And that's the second thing. So, and those two are quite common, especially for beginners. But then there's a third group of guys. And maybe you are one of those, or maybe you have some partners who are in this group. And those are the guys who have the information, they know how. Those are the guys who can do it. They are able to do it. You trained it, but they don't want to do it. They just don't want to do it. You know those kind of guys? I was one of those guys. And a lot of partners who start are one of those because something is holding us back. There's a stopper or a blocker which is holding us back. And it can be that we are afraid what other people think. It can be that we are afraid to get a rejection, stuff like that. And that only stops us if the fear of rejection, if the stopper is bigger than our dreams. If our dream is bigger, no stopper will hold us. No fear will hold us. Will not happen. It only happens if the stopper or the fear is bigger than our dream. If we know that, what can we do then? Not motivation. They are motivated. They are trained. They are informed. They don't need motivation now. They need to make their dream bigger, to make their dream bigger. And how can we do that? We need to inspire them. And motivation and inspiration is not the same thing. Inspiration, where they can relate, where they can believe that they can do it, that they can get really the feeling, all right, hey, that's my turn now. And I don't care. Okay, right, put the stopper away and we go over it. We know how, we can do it. And now I really want to do it. I'm inspired. And it's quite difficult, to be honest, if you're new, if you're on silver, gold, executive level, where you are right now, probably because you're on that call with 111 guys, amazing. It's quite difficult to inspire others because you don't have the self-awareness or the self-belief, the better word, that you're the person to do that. So my tip is make it easy, use other people or the best thing, events to do that. Because if you send them on an event, on a team call or whatever, it's gonna change everything. I started, after 2 months, I had like 4 customers. because my parents felt pity with me. I sent out 400 videos. Nobody wanted to join. And after 2 months, I had 4 customers. 2 were my mother and 2 my father, because like I said, they felt pity and they said, all right, Michael, that you don't have to pay your auto order by yourself. We're gonna help you and buy 2 products. And I said, thanks, mom, thanks, dad. And then after 2 months, I signed up Sasha. Sasha, I met on Instagram and I signed him up. And he was super motivated. And I informed him, I trained him, and I motivated him. I did like all the stuff, and he was very good. He's a skilled guy. If you know Sasha, you will know he's a skilled guy. But his stopper was bigger than his dream, and maybe his self-belief was not that big. So he didn't do anything for 4 months. I called him every day. We chatted every day. We planned every day. We did everything. But 4 months, he produced 0 customers, 0 partners, 0 credits. He was inactive in the back office. He was inactive. The everything was red. If you had that, you know what I mean. And then I did one thing. I said, all right, Sasha, I know it's quite tough, but do me a favor. Come to one team call. And Fabian did that team call. Fabian Sierhout, some guys of you maybe know him. And Sasha said, all right. And he came to the team call. He lied in his bed because he lived with his grandma in his little room in a like 90 centimeter bed. And he lied there, camera switched off, like everybody does at the beginning. And he watched the team call and he got inspired like crazy. He was 21 when I signed him up. He invested 1,000 euros. No installment payment possible in Austria. So with 21, he paid 1,000 euros straight. No, nothing worked out for 4 months. And after 4 months, he got so inspired that he said, all right, I'm inactive now. Michael, how much do I have to buy that my account is active again? And I told him, all right, Sasha, we need 4 customer points. We need 20 credits, or back then it was 40 credits. I don't remember. And he invested again at like 500 or 600 euros with 21 years. And we said, all right. And we also need the ECB package because it was end of April. The next month was 200% ECB. And he also bought the 200% ECB package. And then we said, all right, now we are fired up. We are inspired like crazy, and we're gonna use that May. And that May 2021 changed everything. He hit executive from 0 to executive. I went from silver to platinum. And then we qualified for the incentive trip. I told the story 1,000 times. No worries, it's going to be short now. And we dreamed about, we had the big visions. All right, just imagine we two together on the big stages with the crown ranks, with the ambassador ranks. Just imagine we sat there like in the pool. There's a nice picture of us two in the pool, shirtless and dreaming and being inspired. And 30 months later, everything came to reality. Spoke on the annual event in front of 3,000 people. On all the big Encino stages, we hit all that crazy ranks. We have over 14,000 customers, and just living what we dreamed about 3 years ago. And it's just 3 years ago. 3 years ago today, I was as broke and my girlfriend paid almost all the rent. It's so crazy in that business, just because I used a tool, in that case, a team call, to let them do the work and get my first and only partner get inspired. So inspiration, super important if they don't want to. And then we have the 4th reason. If they know how, if they are able to, because they are trained, and if they are inspired, they fail to manage it. They fail to manage it. It doesn't work. Do you know that kind of case? It's crazy. They fail to manage. And in this phase, I was always like, all right, I don't know what to do, what else to do. I did everything. I informed them, I trained them, I inspired them, or I let them get inspired from others. But if they fail to manage, what can I do now? I know motivation is not the right trigger. What can I do instead? All right. If they fail to manage, I need to organize them. I just need to organize them. And I need to check, hey, bro, hey, Tamara, hey, Wanda, I understand, you know how, you're able to, you want, but it doesn't work. Network marketing, it's a pyramid scheme. Nobody's successful here. I said, I don't say that. I said, all right, show me your week plan, please. Sometimes I say, please. And in 99.9% of the cases, your partners are not going to have a week plan. One reason for that is because you don't have a week plan. They just duplicated you. Without a week plan, you work like an amateur. And if you work like an amateur, you get paid like one. If you want to get paid like a pro, you need to work like a pro. And a pro has a week plan. A pro knows exactly that he has to put in 80% of his time, and it doesn't matter how many hours. To work professional doesn't mean that you need to have like 40 hours a week. No, I'm not talking about that. To work professional, even if it's 5 hours a week, but if you work professional, you have a week plan, and you know that 80% of your time you put in your business needs to be income producing activities. IPAs. Your own IPAs or IPAs with your team. The problem in most cases is they have 5 hours and they do 4 training calls and 1 inspiration call. And then they say, hey, I tried everything, it doesn't work. In your week plan, you need to show me that 80% of your invested time is in income producing activities. Making new contacts, inviting, showing the plan, showing the product, following up, closing, onboarding. 6 things. Everything else is not income producing and will lead you in a disaster. Okay, if we know that, then I tell you the biggest mistake people do when they don't know that, because it's always the same, and it happens to me from time to time as well, especially if you are now on a executive gold, executive platinum level. All right, you hit that level. What happened? Why you hit that level? Yeah, because you built. You did the income producing activities. That's why you hit that rank. The problem now is, and I talked to Orion and I asked him, Orion, what needs to happen to make 200,000 euros? I asked him that, I want to be honest. I asked him, what do I have to do to make 200,000 euros a month in Zinzino? And his answer was clear and easy. He said, just don't stop what you did until now. Just do the same thing. And that's it. Most people go into a trap. They think now they build and now they are leaders. Let's put it like that. And they think leading is coaching, is training, is managing. But that's not the case. Leading is building. If you build, if you go ahead, if you rank up, if you do income producing activities, your team will follow. I promise. If you don't do that, if you go into the trap where almost everybody goes, where I was as well for a few weeks, is the next phase. That's the manage mode. Now you are on gold, executive, platinum. Now you are a leader and now you manage your team. You do those little training call there, here a little twist there, here that inspiration call, here that, whatever, and you fall into manager modus. If you show me your week plan, I will see that 80% of your time, what should be in income producing activities, it goes down to 70 to 60 to 50 to 40. And in most cases, if I ask them to show me their week plan, I see not 80-20, I see 20-80. In so many cases. And the problem is that you don't see it, you don't feel it. It comes automatically. Because you have new partners, you want to help them. It's not because you're lazy. It's just a normal procedure. Don't blame yourself for that. It's normal, but we need to be aware of it. And you get aware of it if you have a week plan and check what is the percentage. How many hours do I put in income producing activities? Manage mode. The problem here is if you are too many days, weeks, even months in the manager mode, you come into the SERP mode. That's a dangerous one because that's the excuse mode. Now you start to make excuses for everything and everyone. No, it doesn't work in Sweden anymore because we don't have installment payments like in Germany. No, it doesn't work anymore because we don't have the Zinzino packs anymore. No, it doesn't work right now because my best leader is on vacation. Now it doesn't work anymore because I'm the only guy doing and all the others just doing it part-time, and the team call from Michael Stüttler is so boring and Marco Passanante is too loud, and you start to make excuses and you excuse everything. And that's dangerous because from the manager modus, you can get back to the builder modus by your own. You can do that by your own. If you get aware that you are in the manager mode, you can't just change it. But once you are in the excuse mode, it's difficult to go back to the builder mode because you've been in this phase quite a long time because the manager mode was in between. So in this mode, you need some help. You need to put your ego aside and tell your mentors, your upline, hey, SOS, I think I have a problem. I'm not doing income producing activities and I'm excusing myself and all the others. Because if you don't do that, you come into the FORP mode, and that's a super dangerous one. After the excuse mode, you will land in the blame mode. And the blame mode, oof, my friends. If you are in the blame mode, you blame everybody. No, it's because Orion and Hilde, and because of the team, and yeah, I don't know if I want to do it anymore. You start doubting. You don't believe in that anymore. And if you're in the blame mode for weeks, maybe for 1 or 2 months, then you come into the next mode, and that's the last one. That's the death mode, the network marketing death. And that means, all right, you quit. You are out. You're going back to your job. And you tell everybody network marketing is not working. And it's not your fault. It's just all the others. And you will feel like a loser. Sorry for the harsh word, but we are in executive school right now. And I wish somebody told me, because I was in the manager mode and nobody told me I'm there. And I had to find it out by myself. And I was in the excuse mode, and it was super difficult to come back. And I needed some help there. Just to watch or write, how is my week plan? Where do I put my time in? And do I understand that I am responsible for that, my friends?